Hi guys, this is Mars live from my telescope using SharpCap software. And my 5-inch Cassegrain. Mars is currently almost at zenith, so there's not much wobbly atmosphere to pass through. I'm using the ZW178MC and the Virtuoso mount. I didn't align it, nothing, just pointed at Mars and press point and track. And this is scan up. Although Mars being at zenith, it's a bit fiddly, not gonna lie. But it being not aligned creates a problem because sometimes it runs out of the field of view and I have to readjust. Like I'm doing now. But it's to be expected with an Alta's mount. You can see the surface details on Mars. Very good. The collimation is, I think, good because I checked it, it looks good. And SharpCap has this really cool feature where you press center and it keeps it centered even with a manual mount. This works, but you have to readjust, obviously, every so often with a manual mount. I love Mars. It's been 2 years since I've seen it with this much details. Mars is that kind of planet that you don't see it often close, but when you see it, it takes your breath away. This beauty. Kinda like Jupiter. Jupiter is the same. It's always nice to see Jupiter. Never gets old. It's like the Orion Nebula. No matter how much you take photos of it, you never get tired of it. This is an extreme close-up of the planet. It's difficult when you do this kind of magnification. It starts to become difficult to keep it in the field of view. But I hope you appreciate the effort I went through to show this. I'm My jaw is on the floor, literally. Seeing that freaking planet, 100 million kilometers, 100 million kilometers away. It's crazy what can be done from our homes today. Very cool. And this is from a 5 incher. Imagine if you have a 14 inch or more. Can't imagine the details that you will achieve. But for those that are curious, I'm using like almost 20 millisecond exposure and 170 gain. If you are curious what settings I use, they are on the right here. Maybe you want to try planetary imaging. And I crop the sensor to 320 times 240 to bring it very close. Usually I use 800 by 600, but it depends on the application. As you can see, this center feature on SharpCap is really cool. It keeps adjusting to keep the planet in the center. I didn't know about this before. I just noticed it last time. It's really cool, this feature. SharpCap is an amazing software. And the atmospheric seeing is pretty good as well today. It's not wobbling around a lot. Uh, Much of the movement that you are seeing is the mount, to be honest. Because it's an Alta's mount, it's not accurate. I hope you appreciate. I don't do much lives because I don't have much chance, but when I get a chance to do a live, I think this is a pretty good one because you can see what I see basically without stacking nothing. And sometimes, like, stacking is good, but sometimes I prefer the live view because that represents what you see like normally without the power of stacking. And some people like that, including me. Thank you. It looks good, yes. I like it. I like it a lot. I'm hoping the telescope doesn't do up. I'm using a ZW178MC camera and 2 times Barlow currently as well from SV Bony. Oops. Sometimes that happens. You lose the planet. Don't panic. Just find it again. It happens a lot. Trust me. I'm going to take some images so I stack them later. I don't have much disk space, but 1500 frames will have to do. The polar cap is very visible. It's lovely. And I'm just going to crop the sensor all the way out so you see how small it looks normally. This is how small it looks without cropping the sensor. As you can see, it's very small. Like, if you don't crop the sensor, there's no way you're gonna get any details without using a 5 times Barlow. And 5 times Barlow will blow your image out. Will blur it. Won't be any good. Yes, I'm from Malta, Central Europe. Malta, from Malta. Near Italy. 2.5 times is good, yes, as well. And 3 times, but I avoid going above 3 times because above 3 times uh, the image starts blurring up. But the only time I use 5 times Barlow is when imaging either Uranus or Neptune because they're very far. But either way, I won't use a 5 times Barlow. Otherwise, yes, get a Barlow. It's important for planets. Very important. I'm using a 5-inch Cassegrain. Oh, okay, Skywatcher Heritage. I have the same one, but the Virtuoso, the 150, the motorized one. It's kind of the same. It's a bit larger than yours. It's a good telescope. But for planets, you need three times Barlow with that one. And even with three times Barlow, it will be a bit small, Mars. So don't expect crazy things. But if you can see my latest, uh, my short that I did recently with the Virtuoso, you can see what you can expect with the Virtuoso. Oh, nice. 25 OP, that's awesome. 10 incher. That's my dream in the future, that I get a 12 inch or more telescope. It's my dream. I hope sometime I get to buy one. Not right now for sure, because I've spent a lot of money and I have seen nothing back. What is a Costco NG125? Because I don't know what that is. Mm. The lens, the lens is fogging up. That's why the details are not the same as before. Unfortunately, I soon have to stop the live because it's fogging up the lens. Or I get a hair dryer, but I want to avoid that because I don't want to wake up my neighbors. Ah, meet telescope. Alright. Hello, Christoph. Yes, I believe so as well. Although I like the idea of a sea star, but I still believe the old way is better. That's why you didn't see me get one. But I still recommend it, for beginners. But in my opinion, the older way is better. But that's just my opinion. Not everybody thinks like me. Nice. Get out there in the midge, because it's not very clear a lot of times. Take advantage. Nice, great job. Orion is always nice to see. It's the first love of every astrophotographer. Almost everybody starts with the Orion Nebula. Well, normally we start with the moon, and then we want more always. Wow, the fog, the dew on the lens is really messing up the image. And I don't want to get a hair dryer if I can avoid it, because I'm gonna wake up everyone. The stupid hair dryer I have. You can use SharpCap LifeStack to stack like I do, but with Canon it's a bit more difficult than, than with an astronomy camera, because you have to make it so the images go to a folder and then SharpCap takes from that folder. It's a bit more cumbersome, but it's doable. I know people that do it. Yes, Windows is better for astrophotography. I hear a lot of complaints on other OS. It's kind of needed, the camera. You can do with a DSLR, but it's more cumbersome. But you can look up for videos that people that live stack with DSLR. There are. What do you want to do? EA like Deep Sky? SV705C is good for a beginner one. Hello. 5-inch Cassegrain telescope. We are extremely zoomed in at the moment, with the bar low and the sensor of the camera cropped, and the front of the telescope is dewed up. Unfortunately, it's like having clouds in the way. It's a difficult thing to say. Like 585 sensor is all good, but the field of view is a bit small. So and like you will enjoy planetary nebulae, but don't expect large nebulae to fit in your field of view. Yes, for nebulous red cat is very nice. Or if you're on a budget like mine, a Skywatch Revo guide. It's a Celestron Nexstar 5 SLT. Are you hearing me? The sound? Just to make sure. I wrote it in the chat. It is. And actually mine I got it for a really good deal. Because I bought it for 200 euros, the tube and the mount, complete, used. It was a guy that didn't know how to use the telescope and gave up. And I snapped the deal up. And actually, the tube is free for me because I sold the mount for 200. Because I don't need it, I have the Virtuoso mount. to do is getting a problem. It's being a problem. I think I have to stop the live. It's getting bad. Let's check. I would go for the S50 instead of the S30. It's a bit more aperture and it has the mosaic mode, so you can get a large target now on it as well. Wow, that's awesome. Portal 2, incredible. You're very lucky. Yes, why not one frames drop? It's not normal. Minus one drop. I don't know why it's that way. I'm at Portal 7 here. Yes, unfortunately. I'm in the city. Wow, you're spoiling me, huh? Portal 2 and Portal 3. While I'm at Portal 7. In Malta, we have a place, it's Portal 4 the list. On Portal 4, I was amazed what I can see. Can't think what a Portal 1 2 is. I never been to that dark skies in my life. Fortunately, with the power of narrowband filters today, light pollution is not really an issue. But when you get to image galaxies, yes, it's an issue, big issue, in fact. I'm going to end the live here, guys, because my telescope is doing up pretty badly. In fact, I had to increase the exposure to keep up with the do. It's been fun hanging with you guys, and maybe I will do a live soon. And subscribe to my channel, please, and keep up with my videos. Thanks a lot for joining. Have a good night.